Hey, welcome again. Example 3, find all solutions to this given equation. Notice in this question, there is a restriction to the answer. Theta is restricted between 0 and 2 pi. That's a good thing, and that's what is different from example 2 when the question was worded pretty much the same, find all solutions. I'll show you it real quick. This one said find all solutions to cosine half, but if you notice, there's no restriction on theta, and hence we had infinite number of answers. The one way to write it here, and the other way was to write it like that, and we had infinite number of answers. And here we are restricted, which is a good thing, so we will have finite number of answers, and we will list all of them. So let's go ahead and get started. You can treat sine theta, you can temporarily replace sine theta with x, and pretend as if it's a regular algebraic equation. So we'll subtract root 3 from both sides, divide both sides by 2, and time to bring back the original sine function. Sine theta equals negative root 3 over 2. Now what's this question asking me? It's asking me to find all possible values of theta where the sine value is equal to negative root 3 over 2, and that's the objective of the question. This is not an inverse question, keep that in mind. So there are no restrictions. The only restriction is make sure theta is between 0 and 2 pi. So let's go ahead and get started. Sine value is negative. That rings a bell. That reminds me. The sine value is negative where? It's negative in quadrant 3 and 4. So we're going to only be restricting ourselves to quadrant 3 and 4, which means there's an angle here in quadrant 3 and a possible angle here in quadrant 4. And both of these theta values will satisfy the equation. Opposite over hypotenuse, and it clearly makes sense because we're below x-axis, so both the opposites are negative. This would be 1, and we have run into our 30, 60, 90 triangles. Now the angle opposite to side 1 would be the 30-degree angle, and hence this angle is a 60-degree angle. And that angle is also a 60-degree angle. That's in degrees. So let's find our first angle. Remember 60 degrees is a reference angle, which means this entire angle is 180 plus 60, which makes it 240 degrees. Also, if you were to write it in radians right here, that would be pi over 3, which means this question is also going up in a thirds of pi, which means this would be a pi over 3. That angle there would be 2 pi over 3. This would reflect 3 pi over 3. Hence, this would be 4 pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, and back to 6 pi over 3, which is equivalent to 2 pi, so it all falls in place. Let's see if I can finish there. So our angles are 4 pi over 3. I can delete the degree part here. Or 3, and then the next one is 5 pi over 3. And all the answers needed to be restricted between 0 and 2 pi. So the next answer, if this is the actual angle, the next time we will have the same sine value would be another full rotation from this spot, which will make this 4 pi over 3 plus another 2 pi. That will go over our range of 2 pi. This was basically 2 pi over 1 times it by 3, so 6. That will make it 10 pi over 3, and 10 thirds is clearly way more than 2. Hence, that is not in the range. So we have figured out both the possible answers under the restriction theta must be between 0 and 2 pi. So that's our answer set. 2 answers only, which is a good thing. I mean, I feel like when there are restrictions in the domain, we have a set value of answers, and they're generally easier to find and easy to write. I hope that made sense. See you in the next video.